perjury to my soul? No, not for Venice!
This bond is forfeit, and lawfully, by this, the Jew may claim a pound of flesh to be by him cut off nearest the merchant's heart. Be merciful. Take thrice thy money, bid me tear the bond.
When it is paid according to the tenor! It doth appear you are a worthy judge who know the law. Your exposition hath been most sound. I charge you by the law whereof you are a most deserving pillar. Proceed to judgment. By my soul, there is no power in the tongue of man to alter me. I stand here on my bond!
Heartily, I do beseech the court to give the judgment.
Why then, thus it is. You must prepare your bosom for his knife.
Oh, noble judge! Oh, excellent young man! How much more elder art thou than thy looks!
For the intent and purpose of the law hath full relation to the penalty, which here do appeareth on the bond.
It is very true, O wise and upright judge.
Therefore, lay bare your bosom.
Aye, his breast, so says the bond, doth it not, noble judge? Nearest his heart, those are the very words.
It is so. Are there balance nearby to weigh his flesh?
I have them ready.
Have I some surgeon, Shylock, to stop his wounds lest he do bleed you to death?
Is it so nominated in the bond?
It is not so expressed. But what of that? 'Twere good you do so much for charity.
I cannot find it. 'Tis not in the bond.
You, merchant, have you anything to say?
But little, I am armed and well prepared. Give me a hand, son. Fare you well. Grieve not that I have fallen to this for you. Commend me to your honorable wife. Tell her the process of Antonio's end. Say how I loved you. Speak me fair in death, and when the tale is told, bid her be judge whether Bassanio had not once a love. Repent but you that you shall lose your friend, and he repents not that he pays your debt. For if the Jew do cut but deep enough, I'll pay it presently, with all my heart.
Antonio, I am married to a wife, which is as dear to me as life itself, but life itself, my wife and all the world are not esteemed with me above thy life. I will lose them all. I sacrifice them all here to this devil to deliver you.
Your wife can give you little thanks for that, if she were by to hear you make the oath.
I have a wife whom I protest I love. I would she were in heaven, so she could entreat some power to change this cursed Jew.
'Tis well you offered behind her back. The wish would make us an unquiet house.
These be the Christian husbands. I have a daughter.
Would that any of the stock of Barabbas had been her husband rather than a Christian.
We trifle time. Pursue sentence.
A pound of that same merchant's flesh is thine. The court awards it, and the law doth give it.
Rightful judge.
And you must cut this from off his breast. The law allows it, and the court rewards it.
Oh, learned judge. A sentence. Come. Prepare.
A little. There is something else. This bond doth give thee here no jot of blood. The words expressly are a pound of flesh. Take thee thy bond. Take thou thy pound of flesh. But in the cutting of it, if thou dost shed one drop of Christian blood, thy lands and goods are, by the laws of Venice, confiscate unto the state of Venice.
Oh, upright judge! Mark you, oh learned judge!
Is that the law?
Thyself shall see the act. For as thou urgest justice, thou shalt have justice more than thou desirest.
Oh, learned judge! Mark you, oh learned judge!
I take this offer then. Pay the bond thrice and let the Christian go.
Soft! The Jew shall have all justice. Soft! No haste. He shall have nothing but the penalty.
Oh, Jew, an upright judge, a learned judge!
Therefore prepare thee to cut off the flesh. Shed thou no blood, nor cut less nor more, but just a pound of flesh. If thou cut more or less than just a pound, be it so much as makes it light or heavy in the substance of the 20th part of one poor scruple. Nay, if the scale do turn, but in the estimation of a hair, thou diest, and thy goods are confiscated.
A Daniel Jew, a second Daniel!
Why doth the Jew pause? Take thy forfeiture.
Give me my principal and let me go.
I'm ready for thee.
He hath refused it in open court. He shall have merely justice and his bond.
A second Daniel, still say I! A Daniel, I thank thee, Jew, for teaching me that word!
Shall I not have buried my principal?
Thou shalt have nothing but the forfeiture, to be so taken at thy peril. Jew.
Why, then, the devil give him good of it. No longer question.
Tarry, Jew! The law hath yet another hold on you. It is enacted in the laws of Venice, if it be proved against an alien, that by direct or indirect attempts he seek the life of any citizen, the party to which he doth contrive shall seize one half his goods. The other half comes to the privy coffer of the state, and the offender's life lies in the mercy of the Duke's only, against all other boys. In which predicament, I say, thou stands. Down, therefore, and beg mercy of the Jew.
Beg that thou mayst have leave to hang thyself. And yet, thy wealth being forfeit to the state, thou hast not the value of a cord. Therefore, thou must be hanged at the state's charge.
That thou shalt see the difference of our spirits, I pardon thee thy life before thou ask. For half thy fortune it is Antonio's. The other half comes to the general state, which humbleness may drive into a fire.
Nay! Take my life and all! Pardon not that. You do take my house when you do take the prop that doth sustain my house. You take my life when you do take the means whereby I live.
What mercy can thou render him, Antonio?
A hangman's noose, nothing else for God's sake.
Aye.
So please, my lord the Duke, and all the court, to quit the fine for one half of his goods I am content, so that he will let me have the other half in use to render it upon his death unto the gentleman that lately stole his daughter. 2 things provided more: that for this favor he presently become a Christian. The other, that he do record a gift here in the court of all he dies possessed unto his son Lorenzo and his daughter.
He shall do it, or else I do recant the pardon I made pronounced here.
Art thou contented, Jew? What dost thou say?
I am content.
Clerk, draw to you the gift.
I pray you, give me leave to go from hence. I am not well. Send the deed after me, and I will sign it.
Get thee gone, but do it.
In christening shalt thou have 2 godfathers. Had I been judge, thou shouldst have had 10 more, to bring thee to the gallows, not the font.
Come, you and I will thither presently, and in the morning early we will both fly toward Belmont.